First, the pyramid tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crashed. Then 1,000 other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love is slipping from my grasp.
You've come to Noreen Farm. What's left of it, that is. Here we are after years away, and it's as if the Earth's forgotten us. That, or it's forgotten how to be a farm. We'll have no choice but to leave, unless some miracle comes, and... Why, Auric, dear, we'd clean forgot the paling wand. Oh, but it's deep in the hollow, and the Adaris Hollow's not safe at all. You would? There are all sorts of wild fae in there. Oh, but that wand would save us. Adaris Hollow's due south, just below the bluff. If you can bring the wand to us, I don't know how we'll thank you. So long.
Keep the peace in Tyrion's Rest.
For truly, my children,
Refugees
we are loved
aren't
and
welcome
blessed by
here.
Lyria. Lyria, goddess of fate.
Please, can't you help? I need someone to travel to the Tawili coast. It's my daughter. Anala led a group of refugees to the town of Kulm. I warned her not to go, but she's always been a strong-willed girl. I should have heard from her by now, and the caravanners say that bands of Tuatha have landed on the coast. If anything happened to Anila, I don't know what I'd do. Please, help me. Oh, it seems I have no choice. If you're willing to go, I'll give you what I can. You will? Anella led the refugees. If she's hurt, bring her back safely. Please, find my daughter.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace. Be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children. Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the...
Oh, why, hello. Welcome to Brad and Sergrin. What brings the likes of you to our peaceful little town? If it's trade, Aethiof and I are more than happy to have your business. Oh, yes. Lyria's blessing, our priestess calls it. We have good trade, good health. No violence, no crime. Why, not a soul's been thrown in the... Ah, Gwastel, you old fool. You never did know when to keep your mouth shut. No, I've said too much already. Now listen here. If I so much as breathe a word of the prisoner, Priestess Coralon will... Oh, but there I've gone again. Please, not a word of this to anyone. Good day, then.
You're new. Not a refugee, are you? Don't look it. No Fae, no refugees, not in Tyrion's Rest. Who's talking such nonsense? You'll find no criminals in Tyrion's Rest. We see to that. Well?
Where would we be without Priestess Coralon?
Filthy refugees. Don't they know they don't belong?
Greetings, traveler. I am the mayor of this village, its priestess, and its guiding. Now tell me, child, are you also a follower of the goddess Lyria? Then you are most welcome here to the village of Tyrion's Rest. If you seek healing, I can aid you. The doors of our inn, trader, locksmith, and sanctuary are all gladly open to the weary visitor. Bless you. May your stay in our town be blessed. A prisoner? Who's been speaking such nonsense? We do have a jail, but this is not Rathir, or some Varani outpost. We bar Galafor from all refugees, and so have no need for it. Bless you, child.
Filthy refugees. Don't they know they don't belong?
Filthy.
Priestess says
Of
Lyria
Lyria be
spared
blessed.
Aethiof, but destroyed...
Here's a valiant adventurer come to sleepy Tyrian's Rest. The war cheer you up and spit you out too? If not, then you'll find yourself in some damn tavern, rotting behind a mug of ale. Oh, Aurella won't be too happy about this. Well, I never said a word, but if you head behind the jail itself, well, there might be sights to see. Goodbye then.
Well, a new face. Welcome to the Reedsong Inn. Come in, and Lyria light your way. If you can spare a coin for our troops in the war, well then, all the better. That I do. We all must do our part. Have you got a few coin to spare, then? There's a good soul. Say, would you do one more favor for an olden keep? This purse is full of collections. Would you be so good as to bring it to the box in our sanctuary? I can't go myself, and there's someone I can't trust. Lyria, bless your fate. Sanctuary's just across the bridge at the end of the walk. And if you happen upon the thief, and in my... Goodbye, then.
Yes? Ah, the collections.
I have heard someone's been stealing from the box. Can't imagine who.
You are not Dil the White nor the priestess. Have you come to laugh? Or to beg me nothing at all? I sit in reverie. I cannot stretch beyond the cup. Yes, more than anything. But as you see, I cannot. There is the circle, my true prison, which can be broken by words only the priestess herself knows.
Who goes there? Stand forth.
Will I watch the last of life flow from my land? Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Isa girding armor against own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun, if that is what it takes to keep my land.
Oh, I'm sorry. I almost didn't notice you. You see, I'm writing the definitive biography on General Oriator.
KoA.
Here, Lyria's name is always on our lips. I am sure I don't know what you are speaking of. If you persist in speaking nonsense, I will ask you to leave Tyrann's Rest. I have nothing more to say to you. You are forgiven, as it is Lyria's nature to forgive. I have nothing more to say to you. Do what? Are you accusing a daughter of Lyria of... Do you know who I am? You are forgiven, as it is Lyria's nature to forgive. You, there. See that a guard keeps
Hello,
watch
stranger.
within my sanctuary. Oh, hello.
What? Look at you, so young. You don't know what war is. It's a terrible thing. Terrible. I see. It's not pretty, but it had to be done. If you had seen all that I have, those creatures are a menace. You're headed to Cluricon, then? And you wish to see what you're up against. This one is the summer variety, but it is no less dangerous. Take this key and try to be discreet. Well then.
Can I help you?
Welcome, child.
You there! Halt! Don't let me catch you making trouble again.
No vagrants, no beggars, no fae.
My powers return. Benevolent child of dust, accept this gift.
Refugees aren't welcome here.
Of Lyria be blessed.
Be warned, a Fae's been slaughtered.
I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the
What am I going to do? I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Dovearn. But I must. The war, my friend. The war. I've been called. The truth is, I should have been gone days ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Dovearn. You're serious, aren't you? Well, with any luck, the old staff and talisman are still in one piece back there. But I'd pay just to know if they are or not. Thing is, Dovearn's an official army post now. To get in, you'll need an officer's pass. Hurry if you can. They might find me any moment.
Time may sap this country dry and night put out its spark. Still one valley will not be changed. For in its depth lies buried all the magic from these lands. And I will call it Gallifol, and it will sing my dying song long after all the rest is dust.
This is Dovearn. You an officer? Got an officer's pass? No pass, no entry. That's right, officers only. If you've got a pass, show it here. An hard night drinking in Rathia, was that it? Woke up with less in your pockets than you used to have? If I had a gold piece we see that, especially from your sort, just back from the front. Well, have this pass we keep for visiting dignitaries, and try not to drink so much. That's right, you're allowed.
Warsworn, what brings you here?
Wish I had a bed in Rathir instead of here.
So, you got in old Dove arm then? I hope it wasn't much trouble. Were you able to recover my arms? The staff wasn't rotted through, was it? That's it! No mistaking this old piece of wood. I feel braver just holding it in my hands. And the talisman? Did you find it in its place? Ah, wonderful. I couldn't say how many blades and arrows this saved my family from. I'll feel safer with it on my arm, all the same. Here, have this, and Lyria guard us both.
A pleasant evening.
Tuatha raiders? On this coast? I'll send my new recruits right after them. Oh, that's right. They've all run off. Feels good.
They found me! Thank Mitharu. I thought I'd die here, the last of Coln's settlers, alone. Nella and the foragers were out when the Tuatha came. It was a massacre until they returned and drove them off. She and the others set off for
While the shaper brushed the plains with hills and wheat, and the carver moulded the deserts with a careful, measured hand, the third of the Majestics stood from the earthen cradle and beheld the glories of their work. He was the architect and carried in his mind a dream. The architect readied himself. He construed the goods of earth and sky as tools, and weighted plans of origins, built two-piece planks for wood and stone, he began creating. Waters trickled through the Shee and life sprung from the ground. The wolf and its antelope.
Join the pirates, mortal.
This life offers two choices. Fight or die. Those who choose to live face conflict. The flowers bud. Warriors wear the rest of the water carves the rock. The land known as Alpha became the home force.
Then returned the prophetess to her people, who, content with largesse, would stay in their wintry country. Tyrion spoke, as I know, her silken robes the fabric of Lyria's hand. Hail! The words of the goddess I herald unto her people. And have I heard from starlit lands in her woven grasp?
From the desert runner's lethal dance to the chaos of the wolf pack, the Fae displayed these contests as art. Engar, the embodiment of intention, rose as champion. The fighter of the mantis leg, a bolt amid stillness. He met defeats like the salamander's tail, lost, but only to grow again. He inflicted wounds like the serpent's fang, rotted the poison, mightiest of demons. Baleful fair with a sharp pen.
He only needed one name, the Carver, like the wind, or the lightning, or the dawn. With his presence, a new age began. The kings of the south stood. They were the lords of the desert sea. person. He made the river in the arc of the great snake-tail. When that grew tedious, he turned his attention to the cliffs. The
Rattlesnake was a vain and ugly creature. He crawled in dark places and avoided the other desert animals. He was lonely but refused to act like it. One day, while sitting under a rock, he saw desert whistling past. "Wait," called the bird. "I have a favor to ask of you."
Teach this one a lesson.
Desert Runner stopped. She had never heard Rattlesnake speak before. His voice was a slow, nasty hiss, and that greatly disturbed Desert Runner. "Please, Desert Runner, my voice is harsh, and yours is so pretty. You are so fast and so much braver than me. Can you bring me a voice like yours?" Desert Runner thought for a moment and then
Need anything?
So, we have a new arrival in Sun Camp. I have heard tell of a traveler, a true thief. Your arrival is a blessing of the Hierophants. I hope it will distract my camp from these idiotic rumors of Grim Onwig and his crusade. Very well. There are enough travelers in this camp speaking of this Grim Onwig. We must show that the work still waits. You are versed in our order, and we esteem the blessed Hierophant highly here. Go to the shrine in camp and pray if you wish for work. Be gone.
Hello, hello.
So the Shade has come to Sun Camp. I have seen what happened to Phasmer, such a tragedy. Lucky that I am reminded of a desert parable. An eagle, proud and fierce, was told that none could fly higher than the sun, and that the sun saw. The eagle took flight with its great wings to block out the sun's light. It could not blot all the light, but it always cast its prey in shadow. You mean who is the eagle, who is the sun, and who is the prey? The lessons of parables? But you have come. I will have need of such obedience, from what is being said of Grim Onwig and his pathetic plans. The travelers will learn who provides for them and who should occupy their thoughts. And your work will be the conduit for this message. Whereas you stole many treasures earlier, you steal one now. The Master's Pick. It is said to open any lock. I have seen the pick in a small jewelry box on the personage of Elorin Create. Find her in the Odessa. Indeed.